A millennial community builder, an entrepreneur with a vision. Tanima Chakraborty, Chairperson, Barq Electrical Services, Chief Executive and Founder of BioLights, Director of Vision Constructions, and Vice Chairwoman of Barq Construction and Trading. A business coach herself and the first female president of Rotaract Bahrain, leading the global movement of young leaders developing innovative solutions to the world's most pressing challenges, Tanima is engaged in tree planting projects, planting gardens and orphanages and homes for the elderly, and organizing plastic waste collections. Tanima believes seeds you plant are important in life and nature. Each day she endeavors to share hope, kindness and love and tries to connect with nature as much as possible. An MBA holder in finance who is in the process of acquiring her PhD in the subject from Boston University, Tanima from Bengal, Kolkata, whose name in Indian origin means beautiful, envisages a planet that we can love, which is her dream. She is also the Vice President of Lions Club of Rifa, member of Bahrain India Society, and involved in various other organizations to serve the community. A trained classical dancer with a passion for creativity, art, and humanity, Tanima has spent years utilizing a diverse background in improving and building people's lives around her, for creating a wider impact, as she believes compassion and human connection is a process that will allow to create a more sustainable civilization and in turn a future where generations could thrive. Joining us this evening on Biztalk from BMC Global Live, a show that features success stories of business leaders, it is Chairperson Barq Electrical Services, Tanima Chakraborty. Sorry for keeping you waiting tonight. With me is the beautiful Tanima Chakraborty. Let's continue from where we were on the business notes.
Business notes. So as I said, that when you realize what's the root, you just want to be part of that, which will help to reach to the roots. So it's been given everything on a platter. I didn't go to my father. When you talk about Barq Electrical, it's not I went to my father and my father told me, okay, here is a business you can do. No. He didn't do that. The first thing he did is, when I was doing my master's, he made the house that we have here on my name, and he gave me the EVA bill and the rent. He's like, now we have given you the power of education.
Okay.
Now we have and now we have taught you what is right, what is wrong. Don't forget to pay the bill end of this month and the rent as well. I'm like, okay. And my dad's like, you want to be a business person? This is the first rule that you have to do. I said, okay, fine. And he was very clear, no investment as such will be given to me. So I have to figure out my own ways to create my own business and then move forward. I said, okay. So I had to literally create my own business without a single penny or support from my father. I started my own and established it on my own. And that's when I proceeded with the support of everyone. And touch wood, it's going good. And with that, I'm blessed. I think I'm blessed with having such amazing parents who actually taught me, like, believe in yourself, because they had faith in me. But I was like, I'm not doing this because he had faith in me. And that itself was very powerful for me to move forward.
Interesting. So, Barq, when was this set up? When did you start the first business?
As I've come here as a chairperson of Barq group of companies, so the beginning is Barq Electrical Services. So Barq Electrical Services is a 40 plus years company.
Okay.
By my father and his partners. So all of them together. It's been a beautiful journey. When you Google about Barq Electrical Services, you will find we are an electrical installation company. Anything related to electrical, about petrol stations, malls, schools, hospitals, we have done it and we are doing it. But I don't believe so. I believe as Barq, we are thinkers. I believe as Barq, we are givers. We are people that create opportunity and bring light to a dark room. We are here for the sheer merry result of sheer commitment, dedication, goodwill, and the heart of our people and our supporters who have supported us and believed in Barq all these years. That's what Barq Electrical Services is. Along with that, when I joined in, I added myself Barq Construction, Barq Trading, Barq Contracting. And then we have expanded to Saudi, and we are looking forward to opening our doors to Singapore soon.
Very good.
All the very best on the new ventures. Tell us about BioLite.
So, BioLights, as I said, was the company I used to work in HSBC. So I used to get my salary, and that's my first baby company, which I started, where designing of light fittings into solar energy as well, I had ventured at that time. As I said, not a single penny, nothing was given. So everything I had to figure it out, and I'm very proud that where it has reached today. And we are trying to venture more and more into solar power and energy, as it says, BioLights. And BioLights itself, along with others, we have ventured into telecommunications as well, going forward.
Right.
When you say this, I'm really reflecting on the beauty of this land that we are in, Bahrain. Indeed, so much of
Freedom given to, especially to women. We just had the elections of the Bahrain Chamber last week. We had 3 beautiful women winning or being elected to the board. You, as a young businesswoman in Bahrain, you just said about establishing at least 5 companies and running it. How do you reflect on women in business in Bahrain? And I think you are born and brought up in Bahrain, right?
Yes.
A proud alumnus of the Indian
Yes.
School Bahrain.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and you live in Bahrain. Yes. So you are a true blue Bahraini. So looking at the growth of Bahrain over almost 3 decades, and you in business, how would you reflect on the kingdom's positioning of women in business?
At first, I would like to start as we are very blessed to be in this island. We are very blessed because I myself, when we talk about women in business, I have never faced this. That's why I would like to say thank you for this question. This is a kind of different question because in my field, in my contracting field, my electrical field, all my people, my consultants, my architects, my engineers, everyone have been, all the companies I'm associated, have been very kind. They have never seen or made me feel there is something as a woman or gender, it's all equal. I have seen equal opportunity. They are just happy if I'm giving them result, I'm working hard. They're just happy with that. And that is something I appreciate. And I have never come across that. And a saying that my parents always told me, a girl is equal to 10 sons. So when I'm in the field, I know what I'm bringing onto the table. And if we talk about Bahrain, Bahrain has provided equal opportunity irrespective of the gender. Because if you see about the CRs, if I'm not wrong, 49%
Yes.
of CRs are women-centric business.
Yeah.
Then it's up to you. Your passion, your dedication, that how are
And
you...
49% for a GCC country is big.
It's big. And this is, I'm telling about 2018.
Correct.
It has increased
I'm
by
sure
now.
it must have gone up, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone up by now. You are able to see more. If they are not able to, they're not working hard enough, they're not passionate enough. But opportunities are there. Equality is there. Everything is being provided to us. We are being provided education, we are being provided programs, we are being called upon, we are being empowered by the country. So I don't see when it's coming Bahrain-centric, when I think about it, I feel we are blessed. I cannot
Yes.
say about the world.
Indeed.
But
indeed.
here, we are definitely blessed when it comes to
Yes, the
this.
kingdom has always been a pioneer in the region,
Yes,
you know,
of
the
course.
entire region in terms of educating women or empowering women for that matter. And I cannot but agree with you on that. Yes, and the Bahrain can be the brightest example in the region for we don't need to break the bias. It's out there. We just have to grab the opportunity.
I remember as a kid when we used to hear about other places. Here I can be out at night or any time and feel safe.
The secure feeling.
Yeah, that secure heaven has been given to us. And at that time, if we talk about women in business, it's just the next step. I feel, we need to create more multiple pathways. If I say the hinder side, yes, we need to create multiple pathways for them to come forward.
Right.
For them to be risk takers. That yes, you can be. Because in my field, I have people that literally I can count. That many women I can count. So more and more of them need to come forward. Because people in our field are amazing. Like I have been, touch wood, blessed enough to be working with amazing people, amazing supporters, and who are like family right now. And as I said, they have never seen me as man, woman, working. No, nothing. And I can be equally free with them, and equally I can work. And they give me that leverage. That okay, yes, here you're working, you're in result. They appreciate you. That's all we need at the end of the day. That you're working hard and you're being appreciated. We need that in every field.
Yeah, I agree with you. Moving on from the business platform, you are also known for the compassion in you, the giving back attitude in you. You have a lot. You are very eloquent. Whenever I've interacted with you on public and private platforms, I've seen you very eloquent on giving back.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned about the very Reverend Mother Teresa. Maybe that, as I told you, it must be running in your blood as well. You are into the Rotaract.
Yes.
You are into the Lions Club Rafa, I believe.
Yes.
And also into the Bahrain India Society.
Yes.
So various hats that you wear on your social platform. Not asking you which is more close to your heart, because that could bring in a controversy. But then, what is the satisfaction that you get from these various platforms? Tell us about, I think you're the first female president of the Rotaract Club of Bahrain, isn't it?
Yeah, the Rotaract Club of Bahrain, which was established in 2012.
Okay.
Before that, it was Rotaract Club of Salmania and Manama, if I'm not wrong. And this Rotaract Club is established in 2011. So from that, yes, I'm the first woman president.
Okay. Well, and I think these organizations, especially of late, have come to the forefront in terms of addressing many issues which the world is facing. What is your take on these organizations in terms of giving back to the society? And how do you satisfy yourself from these?
When it comes
I think you were engaged in planting trees and, all those kind of various activities. Tell us about the beauty of such projects.
I'll start with giving back. When I think about giving back, it comes to my mind that I consider myself as a servant leader.
Okay.
The meaning of the servant leader, I mean, although I'm there to lead, but still
Also
I'm there
to
for the
serve.
service for the people.
Correct.
To make people and the youth understand that we all are leaders. We all have that magic wherever we are going, wherever with our presence. And that service gives a fulfillment, a bliss. Because when you pass it on, what goes around, it comes around.
Back to you. Yeah.
Comes around. But any kind of giving back starts from home. So when I talk about my company, I've been also blessed enough to have amazing partners who also empower me, and they make sure that they trust my vision, because I believe in the style of entrepreneurship through philanthropy.
Okay.
I always ask my father, please teach me, like, what should be the business style, how to do it. He told me, no, you have to find your own path. You have to create your own team. And as I said, I have amazing supporters and my amazing team. So starting from the home ground, I made sure that anyone who's associated with my company, with Barq, they know that whenever they are giving us a project, a major part of it goes to the charitable organizations of empowering Bahrain.
Okay.
They know that during pandemic, the biggest example, during pandemic, a lot of people sacked a lot of people. They lost their jobs, market went down. But by God's grace, we doubled. We doubled our people. We gave bonuses. We increased salary. We increased manpower.
Beautiful.
As well as we opened 2 more companies.
Brilliant.
But the main thing that all my workers, as I said, the root, you have to target the root. All my people are aware that during this pandemic, as people lost their jobs, we go and provide food for them. All the COVID patients who are there in Samani or hospitals, we go and deliver food to them. So those are the things we made sure we do during this pandemic. If we are being blessed during this time, we have to give back.
Definitely.
That's humanity. So I would say Barq, more than a profitable company, is also a humanitarian company, where we believe that we give back as well. We are givers as well. And we need to give back in order to receive those blessings and support that we have of all the people around us. And we were able to accomplish it. And I think that's giving back that self. And then going forward, as you said, through Road Tract and all. If I talk about our projects in Road Tract, we are traveling to Ghana next month, where we are providing the basic right of water to 9 villages, around 62,000 people.
Okay.
So we are providing a basic right of water who are deprived of this basic right. We are also launching a mental health app for Bahrain. And we are also trying to provide job opportunity for autistic people. What happens to them? When their parents are not there, they shouldn't be dependent. They are change makers as well. They shouldn't be a burden on their family. They are change makers and very talented. Just because, I see, oh, this is a mad person. Maybe for that mad person, you are a mad person. You don't belong to that world, but that doesn't mean their world is not beautiful.
Yes.
They're not capable enough to change the world. It's just the matter of providing the right platform to them to showcase their talent. Because people have different ways of expressing themselves. We just need to make sure their voices are heard. We are empowering them enough that we can change. Because see, if you can talk, or if you can showcase, if you can change one mind, you can change lives.
Yes.
And we should never underestimate that. We should never let people forget that there is a leader in each one of us. There is a capacity in each one of us to be the change makers and to create a change, and that's the ripple effect. So small step at a time. It's okay, do small step. But that small step, that ripple effect can create a whole big. And I think pandemic is the biggest example. We all were on the same boat.
Yes.
From that small thing, it spread around the world. The biggest example of ripple effect.
But then, what I'm reflecting is the positive spin that you gave. And I'm very happy that your firm or your establishment had positive stories during the pandemic. Amidst all the bleak stories of laying off or business losses, it's indeed. And as you rightly said, giving back brings a lot back.
Yeah, true.
And that beautiful vision is shared by the beautiful Tanima Chakraborty on Biztalk from BMC. Let's join after a break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
welcome back to Biztalk from BMC Global Live, and with me this evening is Barq Chairperson Tanima Chakraborty. Tanima, that was a beautiful description or your definition of giving back, impressive indeed. And as I concluded my previous segment, giving back always is needed. As you rightly said, it's humanity, isn't it? Let me go into a little bit of your childhood, because you've been often referring to your father and your mother. Tell us about your beautiful family.
So when you talk about family, people
You
say,
still have your roots in Kolkata?
yes.
Okay.
And here, I think this is...
Okay, yeah.
When you talk about family, you come across like, okay, parents, cousins and all. But I think for me, it's beyond. Being an expat staying, family is beyond blood for me. So though I have my mother and my small doggy with me, but for me, my family is definitely my team. The people I work at an NGO, my consultants, my work people, all of them have somehow, they are my family, my well-wishers, and they're like my pillars. They're like my pillars there whom I can confide, I can trust, and they can do anything for me. And I have been blessed enough to have that kind of friend circle and supporters around me. And I really feel blessed. I remember asking my father in his last days, what will I do without you? What will I do without you? You're leaving. And my dad is like, you just have to give out there. The right people will come, will stand by you and be your pillars. And today I say he was right when he said that. Today for me, family is just not my mom. And it's huge. It's like huge now. It's, as I said, it's my friends, it's my organizations I'm involved in, my company people that I'm so thankful to, people who are my partners, the Shuruki family, the Atiya family, my consultants, my engineers. They can really do anything for me. And when I see that, I just count my blessings, because this is what I'll take with me. I'm not going to take this money or whatever I'm earning right now. I can be like the richest person in the world, but next day, second day, it might just go, slip off. But I know I have these people who will make sure,
assets,
and they will make sure I stand up, and they will empower me, and they will support me, and that's my family, and that's my strength. So yeah.
Okay. I think you have very unique definitions for all these terms, which people otherwise tie to a norm. Great definition of family. Tell me about, I know you are a trained dancer, isn't it? Again, the Kolkata vibes. Do you write or do you anything on those lines? Literature side? Because Kolkata always brings to my mind Tagore.
I'm a fan of poetry and singing. I've done my Hindustani classical here in Indian school. Right now, without practice, I'm a bathroom singer now. You need to practice. You don't practice, but I do play piano.
Okay.
I do play piano. I do play sitar and tanpura.
Okay, great.
And I love horse riding. And I do paint as well. I love painting. So these are a few of my things.
What medium do you?
Acrylic.
Acrylic.
I started off with oil, but I...
Okay. Any specific genre, like you like to paint nature or abstract or what kind? Abstract. It's easy, right?
It's easy. It's more expressive. You can hide those emotions through abstract because it's all on perspective. You just leave it on perspective. You don't have to put it out there because everyone has their own definitions, as you said. So you just leave it there.
Where do you find time for all your passions and hobbies? Do you manage to do these things?
I still do manage to do those things. I make sure that I find some time to do those things. I don't do workouts or anything, so I make sure that I'm in touch with the nature, doing trekking, or as I said, horse riding. So those are my form of workouts that I try and do. Just take a normal walk, nothing else, just take a normal walk. When you're in some kind of dilemma and decision making, I make sure I paint it and get those emotions out, that what I'm trying to figure out, whatever may it come out of that. That's why I took acrylic now, because of the time thing. If it was oil, I would have sat time after time.
Okay. Do you write?
I write my diary. That's I think the most intimate thing. That's the only thing I write.
Right.
Besides that.
To make it a little more interesting, tell me something that you remember from your school days.
from my school.
I'm sure you had a blend again, right? The Indian school is so different from the
convent school.
The convent school, isn't it?
Yeah.
How did you take to that? How easy was the process?
A little different, because when you went from that environment, you go to this environment. I remember I was very empathetic as a person, as a child. I was always empathetic as a child. So if I see that you got hurt, I'll be in pain for you the whole day. I would literally cry, be at home. If I see someone is suffering, at that time I think we hardly saw beggars in
Bahrain.
yeah, you never saw beggars in Bahrain. So you were kind of in an oblivious world, like, oh, there are no beggars. But then when you see beggars, I remember in my childhood, I was in this railway station. For the first time, I'm seeing trains. I was very excited. I'm like, oh my God, look, trains. I'm like, what are these people doing? I said, oh, they told they cannot eat. I'm like, oh, and they wanted money. I said, oh, okay, let me sit with you. Let me ask for you money. I sat down in that whole Howrah station, which is so crowded, just to ask for money for them to pay. And my mom and my uncle and everyone were going bonkers, like, where am I? Did someone steal me or not? But yeah, it kind of evolved. As I said, that simplistic life, that holistic life really attracted me a lot, where you know that you don't need much more. The thing that, as they say, the details, there is God in details. You should be very thorough with whatever we do. So may it be work or may it be all these things, you should be very thorough with all these things. And I think I always tried to explore that. I wanted to find that peace. That, okay, whatever it is, this is it. You be at peace. You have this in your life. You are content. That's all you need in life. When my father passed away, so...
When did you lose your dad?
October.
Oh, okay.
2020. October.
Amidst the pandemic.
Yes. It's during the pandemic that I lost him. And yeah, he was a big influence. And as you know, as daughters, we have like a huge influence.
I can very well relate. And what is your mother's name?
Dolan Chapa.
I hope she's watching us. Is she? Okay. A big hello to your mom. Indeed, you're blessed with a beautiful daughter with so much of good thoughts, good vision, good dreams. And I personally and Team BMC pray that all your vision and dreams come true, because there's a lot of goodness in it, and that's what the world needs today. Thank you for taking time this evening to join us, especially on a show like this, where we need a lot of inspiration to young entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs. Let's conclude with that
tip from or a message from you to those budding entrepreneurs out there, or business people out there, youngsters.
I would just like to start with this, that I remember a time, the last moments of my father when he was passing away. With all his pain and everything, I asked him, are you in pain? And he told me, no. Are you in pain? I said, no. I asked him, what are your last words? So you want to say something to the doctor, just help me. He says, no, his last words were to me, I love you. I said, I love you too. And with all that pain, he was able to give back at that very moment. I think we all have that power, no matter what we go through, to give back and spread that love and kindness. No matter what you do in your life, if you're not able, it's good that we are important. Our voices matter, our opinions matter. It's good to be important, but it is very important to be kind and treat everyone as equals. Be humble. I think that's something we all should learn, because that's the legacy we leave for the future generation. And not only for the future generation, we are here today because of the sacrifices that's been done
by generations before.
And we have to take care of our elders as well. It's not only going forward, we have to take care of them. So as the young people, entrepreneurs, as we are going forward, we have to respect that, and we have to make sure we are passing it on in a proper way for the generations to come, for the youth. And that hope, because you take away from a person whatever you want. If you take away hope, that's it. We are done. So that's what I would like to tell entrepreneurs, that it's it's without sheer hard work. Nothing is possible. Do hard work, but also make sure, as I said, it's more important to make sure you are good, you're kind, and you're giving back in a proper way to
Great.
generations to come.
Indeed. As a song, hope is the candle, right? And you rightly said, instilling hope is all what matters. Thank you very much, Tanima, for joining us this evening. Thank you so much.
You all are doing such an amazing work. I think I found another family in all of you.
Beautiful. Welcome to the BMC family. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
A rare combination
Of skills, talents, compassion, and beyond. Allow me to borrow the oft-repeated phrase, beauty with brains. That was Tanima Chakraborty with us on Biztalk from BMC Global Live. Until we meet with yet another guest, this is Raji Unnikrishnan signing off. Good night. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have a small memento for your token of appreciation. I'm Barq, Chairperson of BMC, and Sundar Balak, Marketing Manager, handles the event.
Send money online to India. Credit in seconds with great rates. Download NEC Remit app now.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.